Sorry, Santa. Back in your burrow, Easter Bunny. Be gone with the egg and turkey smoothies, July 4th Fairy, because the start of Worlds is the year's real most exciting day. 16 teams are about to scrap over who joins the illustrious top 8. Here's how they all qualified, one by Ruddy 1. Limitless. Chronologically, the first team to guarantee their place here, and yet one of just 3 we haven't seen at a major. Bonus points if you can name the other 2 in chat before we reach them. As for Limitless themselves, sorry Vitality, but this right here is the most dominant team in the world. Across Sub-Saharan Africa's 9 regionals, they failed to win just 1. The squad, who all reached Worlds last season, officially qualified back in the Spring Open, with a neat and tidy 4-0 upper semis win over Apex.
Perhaps a bit of a miscommunication is to die for. Looks to make something happen, lays it off to Dark here. Great team play from Limitless, and Dark, he won't make any mistakes.
Team Falcons. A timely reminder that these legends made 2 of this year's 3 majors. The MENA hype train has passed them by in recent times, but last year's Spring Major Grand finalists locked in their world spot back in the Spring Cup with a Game 7 overtime win over, who else? Rule 1.
Don't get a quick one this time around and didn't get it before the start of overtime. It doesn't matter!
Falcons would go on to win that regional. Underestimate the old kings of MENA at your peril. Elevate. Shortly before taking down the mighty Vitality, well, in one game at least.
There's been about a million chances. Go on, another one. Go on! Yes! What a goal for Relays!
Elevate finished the job regionally with a win against... Wait. Their qualification officially happened when Patriots did him a favor and defeated Gladiators. The 6-time seasonal regional winners would probably have made it here anyway, but I bet the Patriots still won't let them hear the end of it. Pioneers. Pioneers may have missed the Spring Major, but watching from the sidelines hurts much less when you know the big one is locked in on the horizon.
Pioneers, as we said, they're off to the door unless something absolutely crazy can happen right now. And that's exciting. I love this feeling, and I want to feel it again when I'm retiring.
Pioneers replaced Super Locky with Hunter after Full to improve on stages like these. So will that risk pay off at the Dorf? Gladiators. 11th of June was a massive day. The first of 3 teams worldwide to lock in a wildcard spot on that fateful Sunday was Gladiators. They would have watched Elevate take down Detonator with a bittersweet helplessness. Elevate's win locked in the Gladiators' world spot, while simultaneously ensuring that Elevate, not Gladiators, would make the Spring Major. Even bittersweeter, Gladiators ended up winning that tournament, despite being bracket reset in the grand finals. So here's hoping LCT, Maxu and OSM are still on their hot streak all these weeks later. Valiant. Valiant, formerly French class, didn't do it the easy way, sending the almighty Limitless to the lower bracket in the Spring Invitational to in turn knock out Orlando Pirates XD and confirm their spot here.
They are. Okay. Eventually it's gonna be snowy.
Because French class, you are going to Düsseldorf, Germany to represent SSA at the World Championships wild card. Congratulations.
Willow and Werty have had a different third each split, yet finally have found their forever team with Sweaty at the helm. And if you're not already fearing these Limitless killers who had the ice to make Worlds by a single point after being 22 points off the magical second place at the start of spring, well, Willow is French. I rest my case. Crew Esports. Big Sam's Big 3 were all making Worlds one way or another long before Crew locked in their place at the Spring Invitational. Their lower final victory over Era Eternity, en route to a successful bracket reset and regional victory, just confirmed the inevitable. The real question was whether Crew, Secret or NIP would claim the vaunted main stage spot. Sadly for Crew, Ninjas in Pajamas defeating Furia at the Spring Major meant that they claimed that spot by a single point. Moist in complexity. On June 17th, the major seeding was released, and due to some clever maths I won't pretend to understand because I'm not Gibbs, it meant that these guys locked in Worlds there and then. They wouldn't have needed the Stats Goblins' help though, with Moist, now 2 players removed from their full major second place, reaching an impressive top 6 at the Spring Major, and Complexity following up their Winter Major semi-finals appearance with a top 8 here that, I'm sorry AJG, could have been so much more.
Off the post, nobody's around, and it's a breakaway chance, Zen wide open.
Oxygen. Despite a poor final split, newly rebranded Oxygen had done enough that a world spot was always likely. But after missing their first major all season in spring, they technically still needed help from EXO's old teammate Cash to guarantee a spot here.
6 minutes of overtime, and that will do it! Cash!
Archie, Jorias and EXO aren't a roster that would have enjoyed waiting for favors from others. Expect them to take out some frustrations now they're here. Team Secret. While July 7th was Rocket League's birthday, it was Team Secret whose wishes came true. Despite finishing top 4 at the full major and qualifying for Winters, Secret could only watch as Ninjas in Pajamas faced formerly Sam Furia in a bid to gain enough points to welcome another South American team, i.e. them, to Worlds.
The Ninjas, they strike, they take the kill. Furia are going home from this season, and the Ninjas progress through this bracket and to the world's main event.
Safe to say Astromic concur on the Team Secret Christmas card list for this year. Power. Who could forget Ground Zero versus Power? These two commenced battle to see who joined Pioneers as this year's OCE representatives.
It's gonna be it. He's going to Worlds, Beaver's going to Worlds, and Torsos, the OG Aussie Pioneer, will join them at Worlds.
This win locked in Torsos' 11th RLCS LAN of his long and storied career. Legend. G1, G2, SSG. Poor Optic had 3 teams preying on their spring major downfall, and as they conceded a late dunk to go 2-0 down in games versus Liquid, it's a safe bet that G1, G2, you couldn't script it, and Space Station Gaming were probably feeling pretty confident.
Stepping on each other's toes, and now they find themselves 30 seconds remaining, down by 2!
From the ceiling, Liquid putting it on Death's door.
It's still up.
Is it enough? Optic trying to keep it alive, and it will not happen.
Oh, cue the sighs of relief from America, Spain, and America again. As for Team Liquid, they'll tell you they always had it covered. But as the person who does their day 1 RLCS regional streams, I'm not so sure.
Brilliance.
No. Oh! Twisted Minds. The final qualification spot, and the third of our 3 who haven't been seen this season at a major, congrats on the cool goal points if you got that one right in chat, went right down to the wire. Twisted Minds needed an almighty favour from Rule 1 to make it here as mean as 3rd seeds. For Rule 1 to provide that favour, nothing less than top 4 would do. Going into the Spring Major, it was a long shot, but after a reverse sweep versus Power, a win against Moist would suddenly make those Middle Eastern dreams a reality.
Is it going to be Rule 1 stay in the sun? Are they off to Champion? Ball in the air, they need the ground. Rule 1, the win comes through.
Don't get your minds twisted though. These guys have more than earned their own spot here, reaching the last 2 MENA Regional Grand Finals after SMW and Senzo teamed up with Venom at the start of spring. And that is pretty much that. 16 teams in the wildcard, 8 will go out, 8 will go on to face the group stage teams. Over to the Swiss bracket to find out who falls where.